All right. Ben just came over and is showing me this amazing art that I'm not sure if created is the right word. Discovered is definitely one of the words I'd use. But he created, and he's explaining pieces of it to me, and I decided this had to be on video. So, hi, this is who you're talking to. Okay. So what were you just saying?
So I think this all started when I was saying that it's kind of crazy that this all started with like just one of these symbols.
Oh, right. Which one? This one?
Yeah, that one.
It's all started with that.
So that's
some sort of alien language.
It's kind of just doubling the number in base 10.
Can you explain any of those words?
Oh, so like it's a digit sum. Like if you add all the numbers in one number together to equal one digit, it basically makes this kind of pattern when you just make all the numbers one of the points on the circle.
Can you explain that again?
So, for instance, we have like a base 10 system, so it goes from 1 to 2, and then to 3. Well, it won't go to 3 because it's doubling, so it goes down to 4. And then back up to 8. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then you got 10, but 1 plus 0 is 1.
Now, can you explain that to somebody who doesn't know what base 10 is or what you're talking about at all? Can you start from the beginning?
I think we know how many numbers it takes to get to 10, right?
Okay. How many numbers does it take to get to 10?
That's a whole different conversation.
How many numbers does it take to get to 10?
10 numbers. I mean...
Well, because do you include
but
0, or is that a number?
I don't include 0 because it takes the same place as the number before 1.
Which would be 10?
No, so like, let's say you go past 9, which is the highest single digit number in our base system. So once you get to the base, that's when you get 2 numbers to represent a number. So it's the very first time you actually get 2 digits in a number. And so you have 1 and 0, always. Those are the first 2 numbers you started out with.
Okay.
So you start out with 0 because you have nothing, and 1 represents the first something.
All right.
So these are the units you're working with, identity of some sort.
All right. So base 10,
yeah.
10 fingers, that's not coincidence, right?
Not coincidence. It's not coincidence that your thumbs look different.
Your thumbs look different?
Yeah. Then your fingers, they cross over.
Oh.
So like you could think of it as the 0 and the 9 being at the same point in the circle, and you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Wow.
So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, is that how my dad convinced me I had 11 fingers when I was a kid?
Maybe. Did you start counting over again?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it could have been. But it probably would have made more sense if he kind of convinced you had 9 fingers.
That's possible too. I don't remember.
Because these ones kind of cross over at that 9 point.
Yeah.
So like 0 and 9 take up the same spot. And so like, for instance, anything multiplied by 9 will add up to 9. Anything multiplied by 0 is 0. So, but that's the reason why none of these numbers end up at 9. 9 always goes to itself when multiplied by something.
Wait, can you say that slower?
So that's why none of these loops go to 9 except for basically go out of 9. They'll go to 9. Like all the, pretty much numbers can go into 9, but they can't come out of it. Like the highest single digit number is like a 0. So anytime you get multiplied by it, you can't multiply your way out of 0.
Okay.
So you never get out of there's no number you can multiply 0 by to get another number.
Right.
That's the problem.
Oh, because 9 becomes 0, basically. Okay, that makes sense.
It becomes the nothing. So the highest thing is actually the lowest thing at the same time.
Huh. Okay, I think we have enough battery left to do like maybe another minute. So I want to look at this stuff. Can you show us this stuff real quick?
So yeah. So if we took this, this is for each base system, but it's also just kind of an idea of dividing a circle into a number of points on the circle. So each one of these is the number of points on the circle.
The thing looks like.
And this is multiplying by a different, like, each number as you go across. So like this is multiplying by actually that's wrong, because this is multiplying by 1, that would be multiplying by 2, and that would be by 3 and 4. So like doubling, tripling, quadrupling, multiplying by 5 over and over again.
But this looks like an alien language.
Yeah, I know. Everyone says that.
So, I mean, are you...
They're flow patterns.
Okay.
So like it's the way that these lines represent the number you're going to if you start off with that number.
Well, do you think you can make a language out of this? I mean, does it look like language?
I think it tells a like maybe a certain kind of story, like maybe the fractal representation of how things just naturally progress because they're made of numbers.
Huh.
Because they has to progress that way. The Alpha and Omega is not a like coincidence that Jesus said that. You know, it's like I am the Alpha and the Omega. I am, you know, essentially that point on the circle, and the beginning becomes the end.
Huh.